And joining us now to learn more about Tillable, Kavitha Sampath is with us, and she is the capital markets lead and head of farm financing at Tillable. Kavitha, appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us on the show today. How are you?
I'm doing well, Jesse. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, I appreciate it. I was very curious to learn more about Tillable when I was sent the information on what you guys do, and looking at land sales and just farm management, et cetera. It's that time of year we're wrapping things up. Farmers are maybe sharpening their pencils a little bit, and I just think as well, especially on the land side, and I'm sure you could speak to this, just how crazy farmland prices have become, especially in the I states here. We keep hearing these sales, 20,000 an acre, 30,000 an acre. It's really made for an interesting environment, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So Tillable is a digital platform where farmers, landowners, investors can come on and browse recent farm sales. They can claim farmland and get some information and statistics about farms that they're interested in, as well as we provide farm management, brokerage, and financing services. We're the first fully digital loan application. So you can get onto tillable.com and apply for a farm mortgage, refinancing, an operating loan, and get approved within seconds of submitting the application.
Sure. Well, and I think too, having things more digital, we see just how technology has gone in ag, and we're seeing that obviously now with more of our banking and et cetera, et cetera. And this just provides a different avenue, I think, for farmers to really take a look at what's out there for farmland and, work on their farm management and loans, et cetera. I think that it's very interesting. Talk about just how, you guys moving into this digital kind of space here with looking at farm management and farmland and loans, et cetera.
Yeah, absolutely. So at Tillable, we definitely want to prioritize efficiency and give time back to farmers. And so moving into a digital platform and having digital communication means that any farmer can research farmland from their phone. They can be out on the field and get some information that they need right away, apply for a loan, and not have to take time away from every other essential activity that they're kind of doing. So it's really all about time saving and convenience.
And it's not just land, purchases either. I know, looking at cash rents, maybe if you're looking to just rent land, or even farm operating loans, you guys handle some of that stuff too. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So Tillable is the only provider of what we call a cash rent loan. So for farmers who are looking to take some money out just to focus on cash rent, which is the largest operating expense that most farmers have, we provide an avenue that is in addition to maybe your primary operating line of credit. You can just take your cash rent directly out of your operating line of credit, put it into a separate cash rent loan, and we can manage the disbursement as long as we have a written lease, and provide that capital so that farmers don't have to eat up their existing operating line. And we also do provide operating lines of credit as well.
Well, and thinking as well, kind of circling back to what I mentioned at the beginning, and maybe you could talk about this, just the change in land values and operating loans and everything that we've seen with inflation and the cost of inputs, et cetera. I mean, it's really, it's made things for farmers that much more interesting, and there's more money on the table, for lack of a better term. Kavitha, what have you seen here throughout 2022 with just that change we've seen with the economy, et cetera? What are you seeing from farmers as there's just more dollars out there when it comes to the operation?
Yeah, so right now, in early December, we're starting to see a lot of pickup as people are gearing up for next year into applying for operating loans, and that demand is very heavy. So we are continuing to see farmers, using capital. Clearly, operations have become more expensive, and we continue to see some robust demand there.
Now, I'm looking through the website too, and you guys have a lot of great stuff here. We look at the land side of things and looking at searching for different land that's for sale, plat maps, soil maps, et cetera. So that this kind of gives the farmer, rather than them, say driving out to this field to look at it in person, it kind of gives them a better opportunity to look from the comfort of their home or their office, doesn't it?
Exactly. So yeah, prioritizing that efficiency, and allowing any farmer, landowner, investor to come to conclusions about farmland in their own way. So we try to provide anything that would be helpful to determine the value of the farm for any individual's particular operation, and that information is available to everyone. So we're trying to make sure everyone has the same access to some pretty valuable stuff.
Talk a little bit as well as farmers look into tillable. Is there any restrictions on states it's available in? Is it nationwide? Can you talk about that a little bit right for us right now?
The Yeah, of course. The Tillable financing platform is nationwide. You
Okay.
can apply and get approved for a loan anywhere, and our free tools are also available nationwide.
Fantastic. Okay. And I know as well, you guys have some different blogs and knowledge and whatnot, and just a lot of great information. Tillable.com would definitely be the place to start, it seems like, for farmers just to kind of learn more and maybe reach out if they want to have a deeper conversation, right?
Yeah, exactly. Tillable.com. You can create a free account and just explore.
And that's what it comes down to. Again, using that information that is at your fingertips, tillable.com is where you can learn more. Kavitha, before I let you go, any final thoughts, anything else you want to share, reiterate for our listeners here before we wrap it up today?
Yeah, so the main purpose of Tillable is to provide agricultural information easily and accessibly for anyone. And so I hope that people get onto tillable.com, check out our various products, and go from there.
Fantastic. Again, tillable.com is where you can learn more information. With that, Kavitha Sampath with Tillable. Appreciate the time. Thanks for joining us here today. We'll hopefully talk to you again soon.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jesse.